Here are the 3 keys to empowered self-healing. Would you like to learn an empowered way to heal yourself? Well, here are 3 keys that will enable you to access your own ability to heal. Hi, I'm Saratoga Ocean, and I help people spiritually awaken and embark on a conscious path of ascension. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 keys that you need to know to empower yourself to heal on a physical, spiritual, and emotional level. And if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you will be notified every time I post a new video. So let's start with key number 1. Key number 1 is to realize that all healing comes from within. The biggest mistake that we make is to believe that healing comes from an outside source. So whether it's physical healing or emotional healing or even spiritual healing, our first impulse is to believe that there's something out there that can come and heal us from the outside. But you see, those outer resources are there to support your healing, but they don't actually cause the actual healing itself. In truth, you are the creative force. You are the presence of light that produces healing throughout your body, your mind, and your emotions. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should never look for outside resources to support your ability to heal yourself. But I'm talking about a fundamental paradigm shift that is crucial to your innate ability to heal yourself. And that paradigm shift is that you need to be fully present in your own healing and not just reduce it to something outside of you that's going to do all the work for you. See, because if you are not present in your own healing, it doesn't matter how many pills you take or how many therapists you see or therapies you try. If you're not fully present, you're not going to achieve the great results that you desire. You have to turn on your inner light, your inner presence of love. You need to be willing to use your own innate power to heal. You have to want it and intend it from a place of love, because ultimately it's your life force and your higher mind that produces the healing that you desire. Let me give you kind of a crazy example to illustrate the point that I'm trying to make. Let's say you have a physical body, but that body's no longer alive, right? So you can apply all the therapy and the pills and the whatever you want to it, and absolutely nothing's going to happen, right? Because the critical ingredients are missing. Life force, presence, and love from within that physical body are no longer there. So you can apply all kinds of healing modalities to that physical body and absolutely nothing will occur. But you are very much alive and you have the most powerful key ingredient for healing: your presence as a creator. So what it all comes down to is this: you have to be willing to use your power. Now, fear prevents you from using your power. Fear tells you you can't use your power. And fear tells you you're weak and helpless and you can only be rescued from the outside. So fear causes you to shut down your power and then take the weakest possible path, which is to hope and pray that something applied from the outside is going to be enough. I mean, it wrongly informs you that all this stuff on the outside can heal you without your participation, without your energy, without your focus, because you're just weak and helpless, according to fear, right? So you have to stand up to fear and say, no, I'm not listening to you. I'm going to use my power to heal. And then any outside resources will take their proper position in your consciousness. I mean, they can be a wonderful support, but you are the primary force of your own healing. Isn't that great news? Okay, so let's move on to key number 2. Key number 2 is critical to you being able to heal yourself effectively. Key number 2 is to create a vision for the outcome that you want. Now, a vision is not a wish and it's not a hope. It's an intention and an empowered desire. It's building a passion for the outcome that you desire. And the more that you build the energy of that passion, the greater your power to heal will grow. Now, here is the biggest mistake that people make when they want to heal. They focus on what they don't want. You know, you might say, oh, I wish I didn't have this pain in my arm, or I wish I didn't feel so miserable about my life. And that often devolves into a very simple statement of, I hate this. In other words, it's all negative energy. It's all coming from a place of helplessness and despair. And it's ultimately coming from a place of, I can't have what I want. So if you're doing that, you need to stop now. So here's a really cool thing. Instead of investing your energy in what you don't want, you need to invest it in creating a 3-dimensional vision inside your body of what you do want. You basically need to switch from what you don't want over to what you do want. You need to create a visceral experience throughout your body of what it feels like to experience exactly what you do want. So you actually want to go beyond just using some vague image that you hold in your mind, and instead you want to create a 3-dimensional full body experience of what that vision actually is like. And that is a truly powerful use of your natural imagination. So here's the secret. You don't want to project into the future a wish or a hope for some future healing to take place. You want to place your vision for healing inside your body right now in this ever-present moment of now. Think of the powerful message you're sending your body when you do that. So use the power of your creative imagination to instill in your body an imaginary experience of what the healed you actually feels like. You could actually even make this a morning meditation. Now, a good way to do this is to access your own memory of what it feels like to be healthy, vital, and alive. Then recreate that experience in your body now. And of course, notice if fear is rejecting your entire effort. Just say no to fear and continue on with your very happy imagination. And now let's talk about key number 3. Key number 3 is to engage in self-love and positive energy. Now, think about this. You were actually born loving yourself. You had to be taught not to love yourself. That's not something you're born with. So loving yourself is a natural condition. And not loving yourself, that's pretty unnatural. I mean, look at how much self-worth a baby has. That baby fully expects its needs to be met, right? It has no such feeling as, I don't deserve to be loved and cared for. No, it's actually quite the opposite. Have you ever noticed that babies do not cry in a way of feeling defeated and feeling sorry for themselves and, stuff like that, right? No, they cry in the full expectation that they will be heard and their needs will be met. Or how about a young child that wants a certain toy? I mean, do they approach you, all kind of timid and hunched over, not sure if they're really worthy of getting that toy? No, their worth is not even an issue. They want that toy and they want it now. So if you have an issue with self-love and self-worth, then it's actually not really real. It didn't come from you. It came from the outside, because your natural state is one of self-love and self-worth. And that natural state doesn't go away. It just gets repressed because you are conditioned to repress it. I mean, of course you love yourself. You just need to stop repressing that feeling because someone else in your life encouraged you to repress it. Now, here's why self-love is so important to your healing. It fills your entire body and your being with powerful, positive energy. Because you see, positive energy is the energy of love. The two things definitely go hand in hand. So anytime that you apply love, you are simultaneously applying positive energy. And positive energy is a powerful and potent healing energy. It ignites your healing process with an energy to create something new, an outcome that you genuinely desire. So self-love and positive energy will shift your body, mind, and emotions to come back into alignment with your natural design. And that natural design is how you were before outside forces encouraged or convinced you to change your perception of yourself in a negative way. So self-love is tremendously inspiring, motivating, and healing. And those are the three main keys that you need to know to be empowered to heal yourself. So let's review one more time what those three keys are. Key number one is to realize that all healing comes from within. It is sourced in the beauty of your power, your presence, your life force, and your energy. And key number two is to create a beautiful three-dimensional vision of the outcome that you want, a vision of the beautiful, healthy you that you instill inside your entire body. And finally, key number three is to apply self-love and positive energy, which is one of the most powerful energies for healing that you have access to from right within yourself. And using these three keys is how you can supercharge your ability to heal yourself on whatever level you feel the need. And this way, if you choose to enlist the aid of any healthcare practitioners or any other therapies that you choose, you will enter that relationship as an empowered co-creator who is supercharged with positive, powerful, healing energy. So I'd love it if you leave me a comment below and let me know if you found this information helpful. And please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you are notified every time I post a new video. And remember to share this out with your friends who might also benefit from hearing this information. And with that, I'm sending you loads of love, light, and positive healing energy. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.